A lonely mountain is a very important place in the Hobbit movies and Middle-earth, and something I always wanted to build. And since I broke down my Kashyyyk mark a few weeks ago, I think this is the best time to build it. And if you don't know what the Lonely Mountain, or better known as Erebor, is, let me just explain for you guys. Erebor is a dwarf mountain from the Hobbit movies and it's filled with gold. It has a lot of cool architecture and a massive gate. LEGO even made a set about it in 2014. I thought it was an interesting idea to show you the process, a series where I make multiple videos showing you guys how to make a mark of this size, and something that SolidWorks Studios and the Brick Wiz do as well. So enough talking and let's start with the project.
Alright, so for this mock I'm going to use 4 of the larger grey base plates and then 3 of the 32x32 base plates in blue. I think it's going to be enough and I won't be using the entire table like I did for Kashyyyk. And that's because I want to be able to make multiple mocks at the same time, and like all the base plates combined are like the same size as one table. So that means I have 2 tables left to make multiple mocks on this channel, and I don't know which mock it's going to be, but I like the idea of making multiple mocks at the same time. So I'm just going to take 2 of the gray base plates and let's explain my idea for a minute. So I'm going to need 10 studs here and 10 studs on that side for like some mountain area. I'm going to add like the gate, of course, in the middle with some water, some landscape, some grass, some flowers up front. And then I'm actually going to need like a lot of space for the mountain because it's going to be a very tall mountain and I want to have like enough space because better safe than sorry. And then for the interior, I have like no clue what I'm going to use it for. I know I'm going to add like a lot of gold and crystals and goblets and all that stuff. And like the throne room around here somewhere. But it's a lot of space and I don't want to use it or waste it actually on only those 2 things. So let's go to the next step and look at some images and clips online of like the movies. And let's take some paper and a pencil and let's sketch out a better visual idea of how I'm going to make the gate and make the interior. So let's do that right now. Alright, so here are the designs I made. I made 3 versions of the gate, and every version has like a different width and size of every section. So as you can see, like this pillar is going to be 2 studs wide, this one is 4, this one is 4 as well, this is going to be 8 studs wide, and this is going to be 6 studs wide. I made 3 versions, so I can choose like the best option to make in real life. I think this one is going to be the best because it has like the best width and rock ratio, so I have like 10 studs on each side like I wanted, and like every main part has like enough space. Like this is going to be 12 studs wide, this one's 12 studs wide, this one's going to be 8 studs wide, and it's just better proportions. Like this was going to be a lot smaller in like width, so I think this one is the winner, and this one came close, but it's actually a bit too wide, so this one is like the larger version, this one is like the smaller version, and this one is like the medium, but kind of like the most perfect for this scenario. If I had like 16 studs more, I think this one would win, but I don't, so I'm going to pick this one. And then for the interior, I have chosen to make this design. I'm going to add 2 large pillars and then 1 or maybe like more in the future smaller pillars, and that's because Erebor is like full with pillars and columns, and that's because these walkways and stairs are like going everywhere in the mountain, so they need like general support, I think, and that's why I'm going to add like a lot of pillars, a lot of walkways, a stairs going up, a stairs going right into the gold, like find jewels or the argonstone, and this is like the area where Bilbo enters the mountain, so I can recreate that scene. And then all the way over here is going to be Thorin's the throne room. So I have like this whole walkway going up here, and then I'm going to put like the argonstone right here, like in the movie. And I thought it may be a cool idea to add some LED lights and make this argonstone like give like a blue glow effect. But that's like for in the future. We're not going to worry about LEDs and lighting effects. We have like nothing on here, so that's like the last of my concerns. First off, we are going to like add some bricks on these 2 base plates, so I have like a better layout and a better vision on every width and every section I'm going to build up. So I'm going to make a time lapse about that, and you will be seeing that right now. Alright, so this is the layout I made, and I literally just copied every number that is on here on this base plate. So like this number 12 is this little section right over here, this number 12 is this one, and then this number 4 has to be shrunken down to 3 studs wide because I didn't have enough room for like the mountain, because I forgot to add this little part in here in my sketch, so I didn't know which number it was, so I did a mad mistake, but it's all figured out right now. So I think this is the perfect layout. It can change over time, but I think this one is going to work well. So the red lines over here is going to be the gate, the front door of the mountain. These gray bricks over here represent the mountain itself, like the rock works and rock area, and then this brown line is like the border. I don't want it to like cross it over here, because as you can see, it's already quite deep and I want enough space for the interior. So it can of course like be moved like a few studs, but I don't want it to like use the entire base plate, because it's going to be very blocky and very deep, and I want enough space for like the interior. But I think this will work, and if something goes wrong I can always like change it. Alright, so let me know in the comments if you agree with this plan and layout, or if you think like this area has to be 4 studs wide instead of 4, or you think this area is way too small or way too big. Just let me know in the comments and I will change it in the future. But I think this plan will do for now. And just like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see the process of building Erebor, and then I see you guys in the next video.